had quite a storm. So hi, after the storm, we had a nor'easter. I'm still in onset, anchored out, and we fared very well, I think. It was a little rough. It started yesterday, I guess around 8 o'clock in the morning. And then it kind of settled back down again and went back up. So I think the highest that I ever saw was probably 37 knots here. 36, 37, but they would just like, it would just go and then it would come right back down to, to 10 knots, 8 knots. Sometimes it would stay in the teens for sustained winds, but yeah. And then the eye kind of passed through and it got quiet for a little bit. And then we ended up like about, I thought it was going to be over like 2 o'clock in the morning. But around midnight, 1 o'clock, it woke me up and it just started blowing again. And that's when they said we were supposed to get 43 knots of wind. But I don't think we saw that here. So it's protected in here, which is kind of nice. It is cold, still is cold. The sun is trying to come out. So a little bit of blue skies. It's still dark clouds in the area. The front is still moving out. This is the tail end of it. But yeah, I got to do one project and I need to check the anchor and everything, but it looks good from here from what I can see. And according to the anchor app, Anchor Pro, I really just went around in a half moon basically, didn't go anywhere. So yeah, which was good. All right, so this is the project I've got to do, so we're going to show you. And because we got a lot of rain, I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know, I think there's close to, I thought 7 inches, but I don't know, I think maybe almost a foot of water sitting in Wave Dancer. It's a good thing she's a dinghy and it can hold that much weight. So I'm going to bail her out some, just because normally I can tip her up, but that's a lot of weight in there for me to tip her up. So I'm going to bail some of it out, and I'll probably take off her oars and take her over to the side of the boat and use the halyard and pick her up and dump the rest of it out. That's the game plan. That's how I usually do it. All right, let's see if they all have some of this water. Okay, get the rest of it out of there. Rock my boat. Of course, I have to go for the side there. A lot of water in here, I'll tell you that. They said if it rained 2 inches about it, so we could do it. There's a lot more surface area, so it's gonna collect a lot more water. Rain water will rinse out my boat, doesn't it? Try to bring it down some, get some more out of it. Not warm, it's not wet, it's definitely not warm. It's warm to do that, huh? It's warm water. Definitely got my foot wet. Still quite a bit of water in there, but we'll get it out. Hold of it, and I'm gonna see if I can jump it out. I did. I didn't have to use the halyard. Yay. Sorry about that. So we got the water out of it. I just had to tip it. I just needed to be over the rail where I wouldn't fall overboard. So, yep. So, yep, we got it out. And I'll tie her back up again. All right, yay. I'll put the oars back on as well. The other boat is going over there to the marina. They must be going to be filling up and leaving today. I'm not leaving today. I'll probably leave tomorrow is the game plan. So, and you can't leave until the afternoon unless you want to leave at night for the current through the canal, Cape Cod Canal, which would be this afternoon. Like I think it's 1 something tomorrow. You can leave a little before, but yeah. So I think I'll just wait because the seas need to calm down out there. I mean, they had over 43 knots, 47 knots of wind out there on that north side of Cape Cod, north side and the east side, and those seas need to calm down. And I'm not going out in them today. Nope. All right. Well, it looks like everything, what I can see, survived. Nothing got thrown overboard. Everything is still in place. And not doing bad as far as moving around or anything. So all right, we had all fuel things accounted for. Sail is all still in place. Head sail looks good. It looks like it survived. I do want to tie that other one a little different. Looks a little different for me up there. So anyway, so I let out enough chain just to let you know what I did before the storm came. came out and let out some chain. And I'm actually, my bridle is hooked to the very end of what I have left for chain on this setup. So I got about approximately 32 feet maybe of chain. So I'm hooked to, I've got 132 feet out of chain. And then whatever the distance is with my road, which is this line right here. And then I just got it secured back here just so that it doesn't pull out. And it never moved. So there was no big force or anything on this line, which is good because it kind of, it's not heavy enough and it kind of wraps around my bridle a little bit. It gets twisted, and because it's not heavy enough to drop down through it in between the V shape. So, but that's okay. It's fine. It works, and I'm totally okay with it because we didn't go anywhere. We didn't move at all. So we stayed right where the anchor was and just bounced around it. Just went around it, so it was good, all good. So I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to go in and do laundry or anything. I'm really kind of up in the air right now because it's going to be still cold for the next few days. It's going to be cold up in Gloucester. It's going to be cold in Scituate. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. We're leaving onset early this morning. Try to catch the current going east. Took me a half hour to get the anchor up today because this morning because I had a fishing lure on it. That held me up, and there was a lot of mud, and I had 125 feet out, so it took a little bit to clean it off and everything as I do it. So yeah, we're going to get ready to go through the channel up here. Hopefully it won't be too bad in the inlet. Beautiful morning. We are now leaving onset. We will be entering into the Cape Cod Canal going east. Current will probably be roughly around 4 point something knots, or miles per hour rather. And then that'll be in an east direction, so that will make it much easier to go through the canal. You want to go into the direction of the current, especially if you are in a sailboat. You do not want to be fighting that current. You can get up to almost 10 knots in that current in a sailboat if you go in the right direction. So you can get through there pretty quickly. So right here you can see as we come out of the channel into Cape Cod Canal, you can see the rippling effect of the water and the turbulence there. So that's where you have to get through that turbulence without hitting the rock to the left or the port side, which I'm not showing going out as I did coming in. So you have to stay away from that marker or that buoy and rocks. Going right into the sun. Coast Guard station here. One of the academies. And a big old ship in front of it. It's one of our ships because it says United States. tugboat right there. How much you're going to see because it's in the sun. This is the railroad, Warren Railroad.
We are going east in the Cape Cod Canal. It is 7.4 miles long, 540 feet wide, 32 feet deep, and it can get up, the current can get up to 5.4 miles per hour, and it changes directions from east to west or west to east every 6 hours. And we are coming up on the Bourne Bridge, the next bridge after the Bourne Railroad Bridge. In the canal, at least going east. Last one. Hey, we made it to the end of the canal. So we're on the outside here now, or almost. On the east side, and there's a sailboat down here, a couple of them, Country Girl and somebody else. Doesn't show up on my AIS. Excuse me. Early in the morning, still. All right, well, we're going to cross the traffic lane, and we're going to head out that way and watch for fishing traps, because they're out here. Made it on the other side. We are on the east side of Cape Cod right now. So we're headed to Gloucester. I had engine issues yesterday. It wouldn't start, and I don't know if it was after I changed the air filter. The cover was jammed up against the wire harness for the starter, so I'm not sure if something got messed up, but anyways, after I went back down and wiggled it around those wire harness, it started, and it's, keep your fingers crossed, it's started every time since then. So it wasn't, I thought it was a dead battery, but my batteries were showing, 12 volts, or the battery. I only got one starter battery.
So yeah, I was like, what the heck? So I started it multiple times. I pulled that harness out away from the engine and tied it down for right now and restarted it and started up, and right now it starts every time the first time. So I'm not sure if it's the wire problem or what, but that is something I'm going to have to deal with when I can get to a dock and, you know, deal with it then. So, but yeah. So right now, let's see, we are, got the head sail up, but we're just kind of motor sailing right now. So we'll just see how it goes. Maybe we can sail later, I'm hoping. But I got the main up, and I think I said head sail. The main up. So I have the main up, and I'm ready. Ready to go if we get enough wind. So right now we don't have a whole lot of wind. So we'll just see how it goes. All right, let me get back on course because I was talking. I didn't have the autopilot set, so I was pointing out towards the middle of the ocean. We don't want to do that. We're just going to follow the coastline up and get into Gloucester, cross the Bay of Boston. Yeah, we'll get there sometime tonight, hopefully before dark. That's the game plan. Alrighty, catch you later. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. It'll have to be a continued part 2 of going to Gloucester because it's going to make this video too long. So, thank you again for watching. Please give us a thumbs up. And, of course, subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And I love ya. Thank you.